You bet, Amanda, and we are all set up and broadcasting live from Chanute, Kansas, upon the footprint of Chanute High School, home of tonight's hosting squad, the Chanute Blue Comets, in a match that will determine who gets to hoist the plaque that says 2024 SEK League Champs. It'll either be Labette County or Chanute that gets to hold that thing high here in about 2 hours. Good evening, Grizzly fans, and thanks for tuning in to tonight's broadcast of Labette County Grizzly football. Jack Leake and John Kohler, as always, happy to be with you on the headsets, risen high above the west end of the turf-laden field. John, a match that is probably the most highly anticipated Labette County Grizzly football game in, 7 years? And boy, are we excited about it.
Yeah, I mean, everything they want right in front of them. They've talked in the off-season about just the chance to play for SEK title. Now, this isn't the first time in the past 7 years where they've had a chance to play for a SEK title, but this feels like their best shot at getting one.
Yeah, it's a little bit different of a feel, I think, because of the way that the last few weeks have gone for our Labette County Grizzlies. 3-0 in league play, 4-3 on the season. You know, it's one of those things where, worst case tonight, you leave here finishing the regular season at 500, 4-4. So quite the season for our Grizzlies, and they certainly want more tonight in that SEK League Championship. The last 3 weeks in this order: at Fort Scott, victory; home against Coffeyville, win; home against Independence last week, win. And defensively, John, the Labette County defense in that order at Fort Scott only gave up 14. Home against Coffeyville gave up 6. And last week, Independence did not score. Talk about the defense for Labette County: senior-laden linebacking core and 2 stud defensive back sophomores in Good and Fields. Really fun defense to watch play.
Yeah, and I think, our schedule, we talked about it maybe hurting us earlier in the year. I think it's really helped this defense out. Early on, you play, just these really good teams in Circle, Pittsburgh, Wellington. They're really good. They're top 5 in this 4A. Winfield as well. I mean, you're playing against some really high-quality offenses there. And then you get into SEK play, where teams are going to be more on your level, and you really get to see what's going to be thrown at you, right? Because there's a different brand of football with each of those offenses you're playing against. So this defense is prepared for a multitude of different game plans, and I think that's what we've seen these past couple weeks, just being prepared. They're not, new to some of the stuff being thrown at them.
This is the Tank Connection pregame show of Labette County Grizzly football. 12.5 minutes until kickoff here at Chanute. This is going to be the first game this year where it's going to be all but dark at kickoff. It's October 25th, and John, I still have on light sweatpants and a quarter-zip top. I mean, we didn't experience a frigid game this regular season. Now, next week, you never know, get into the November month, and usually sometimes that playoff game can be a little bit cold, but my point is, been pretty good weather this year for the football Grizzlies, again, that have won 3 straight games and find themselves at 4-3 on the season. However, tonight, the opponent, the opposition, Chanute, a tall task. Chanute's lost 2 games this season, undefeated in league play, of course. They lost to an out-of-the-area team early this year here at home, and last week lost 41-35 here at home to Pittsburgh in a tremendous game that you said you went back and saw some highlights from. Talk a little bit about Chanute before we break them down more detailed.
Chanute, I mean, last week they had multiple opportunities, to win that game, had a blocked extra point, and they fumbled. So in all reality, they had their chances to beat Pittsburgh. But this, I thought maybe heading into the year, we're going to see a lot of Quint Harding, their running back, senior for them, tremendous back, just kind of like he's their version of Jamal Jackson. I mean, they're both exceptional runners. But it's a different story this year. They got a bunch of senior wideouts, so stellar basketball players out wide for them. And Chris Harding, the quarterback, he's had a tremendous year as well, coming off a great year last year as well. This has really been a pass-heavy team this year, Jack. That's what, we heard pregame, Labette County was really preparing to stop was the passing attack. I thought it may have been the other way around, maybe force them to throw the ball and not run the ball. So this is going to be a very balanced attack I expect from Chanute tonight, considering the talent they have at the running back position. And outside in the skill positions as well.
And one of those players, a couple actually, that played well last week here at this very Stevenson, senior wideout for the Blue Comets. I remember when Mr. Stevenson was a sophomore playing varsity basketball, and you could tell by his mature physique, his height, his ability to move with the speed of the game and not let it move too quickly stood out to me. I feel old talking about somebody like that, but I've done this a few years now, and Elliott Stevenson was one of those players I remember on the basketball floor thinking, that's a good athlete, and here he is coming off of a game where he had 7 catches, 130 yards, and a touchdown last week here against Pittsburgh, where Chanute put up 35 points. Our Labette County's defensive backs, I agree, are going to be tested unlike a game this year, or at least since league play started. We've talked about how good they've been, but the test is going to be much more difficult tonight. We did get word that Nolan Nash is going to be the one that kind of takes on the role of guarding Elliott Stevenson, because Stevenson plays more of a slot role. So how does that kind of, because you would think, you would put Camden Good or Deontay Fields on him, but since he's a slot receiver, you put the safety Nolan Nash on him. Why is that, and what does that look like from an X's and O's standpoint?
Well, I mean, it's just because your corners are going to be out wide, right? You're not going to have your guys travel usually. I mean, unless you have a lockdown guy and they only have one true number one. You may move, with them there, but it's just where he's lined up at. Safety's kind of the slot man on the defense. He's going to be in between the corner and that line.
In that gap.
It's just a natural, matchup right there. And plus, no one matches up with him physically as well. No one's around the same height. Now, Stevenson may have the weight advantage on him, but they're around the same, right? It's not just to be a 6'4" guy going against a 5'7". No, they're right around there in the same area. And Nolan, he's really improved, his coverage his past couple of weeks. And I think we heard Coach Brown up here talking about he asked for this matchup this week. He wants to take on that role of locking down Chanute's number 1.
We're going to step aside for 2 minutes for the playing of the national anthem. This is the Tank Connection pregame show.
Unbelievable! Sparklight is unveiling unlimited internet for just $25 a month. Get reliable 100 meg internet for just $25 a month for 12 months with unlimited data. That's unlimited internet. Call 877-469-3057 or visit sparklight.com/savings. Sparklight, a new breed in high speed.
Discover what you've been missing in Parsons, Kansas. Curious Minds Discovery Zone, a children's museum that inspires a love of learning, with hands-on exhibits for all ages to imagine, create, learn, and discover. Kids enjoy looking through microscopes, building on our magnetic ball run wall, creative play in our doctor's office or grocery store, and lots more. Discover, explore, Parsons, Kansas. Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
Hi, I'm Shelby, one of the pharmacists at Bowen Pharmacy. Not only do we keep you up to date on your COVID and flu vaccines, but we also offer pneumonia, shingles, hepatitis, meningitis, tetanus, and whooping cough vaccines. Based on the latest CDC guidelines, we can recommend the vaccines to keep you and your family healthy. Thank you for always choosing Bowen Pharmacy. We're here today and we'll be here tomorrow.
Tank Connection pregame show is what you are listening to of Labette County Grizzly football. Jack Leake and John Kohler with you. Caleb McKee on the KLKC Sports YouTube live stream. Both teams making their way onto the green and blue AstroTurf below us. As you can hear in the background, the home team, the Chanute Blue Comets, are stomping the grass as we speak, and some fireworks popping on the south end of the field. Chanute going to be in their home powder blue tops with white pants and helmets, and Labette County in their road whites with red helmets. Boy, a finale going on down there, John.
Yeah, it may give your fireworks show a run for its money.
Oh, boy. Certainly is. That's pretty down there. Is really unique. I'll tell you, Labette County has the perfect setup to do some of this of their own. They're on the south end of the field in the practice field back at Lucas Stadium. Perfect setup. Might have to look into getting something going there next season. 4 minutes until kickoff. An outright SEK champ is going to be crowned at the end of this one. Again, Labette County 4-3 on the season. Chanute 5-2, with both of their losses coming here at home. Labette County in last week's game again shut out Independence 28-0. A game in which Deontay Fields got his 5th interception of the year. He's looking to get maybe another one tonight to really try to bolster his top standing as the lead interceptor in Class 4A to polish off a really nice regular season. So that's something to look out. Last week, sophomore quarterback Aaron Wyrick went 8 for 14 in the air, 113 yards, a touchdown, and didn't turn it over. John, that's kind of what he's done, and it has worked mighty well alongside Jamal Jackson, who rushed for 200 yards more last week.
Yeah, you don't off 37 carries as well, so you know who's going to get the football quite a bit for Labette County tonight, and he's going to have another productive night. I'm not saying he's going to have a world-class 200-yard game, but he's got to probably need to get up over 100 Chanute offense as well. So those two are going to be asked to do a lot more tonight than what they were last week, just because of the high-quality opponent we're facing tonight. I'm not taking a shot at Indy or anything. I'm just saying Chanute's on a different playing field.
Yeah, it's definitely, I don't think that's an argument that would last very long. Chanute's the best team we have played since, was it Pittsburgh, that we finished out that tough stretch with. So, yeah, I mean, without question, very, very high-quality opponent. But I'll tell you, I heard earlier this week on sports radio, I thought it was a good point. When you have a great defense, you have a chance to win any game. And Labette County has a great defense when you're looking at what they've done within this league, that is. And they were kind of refined by the tough non-conference schedule, and they've been able to continue to bolster themselves in the league and haven't given up more than 14 points in league play yet. However, tonight might have to score high 20s, low 30s to win. Can the offense do it? Yet to be seen. Coin toss just took place. The 5 officials are having a meeting on the blue C that means Chanute at center field, surrounded by a yellow circle, which typically means that this is also used for soccer purposes, I believe.
Yep.
As we see that at Coffeyville as well sometimes. 60 seconds until kickoff, big matchup. Again, a league champ is going to be crowned at the end of this contest. 1 minute break and then kickoff on KLKC.
My name is Bria and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At
Deontay Fields with a fireworks show of a return to open up this kickoff. Labette County received, and Deontay got it out near midfield. Seemed like a rehearsed kind of return there as we heard the coaches next door telling him to hit the gap. That looked picture perfect, John.
They've certainly looked good here. Let's see what this Labette County offense has in store tonight. They're going to have to throw everything but the kitchen sink at Chanute tonight. I really believe you got to empty out whatever you got in your playbook.
Labette County ball to start the game. They give it to Jamal around the left side. He has one Blue Comet to beat and does so for a run of a couple. Almost to midfield, still at their own 49 is Labette County's offense after the Fields kickoff return of about 40 yards.
Yeah, Bilby, that outside backer there on that right side, just untouched there on that stretch play. Unable to quite make the play, but did enough to slow up Jackson there. Blocking didn't look too bad. They're just unable to find some open grass.
11:20 first quarter here in Chanute on senior night. Labette County has that package in there. Cole Stevens on the offensive line. Fumble, but a pre-snap penalty is going to go on Labette County that might have saved them a little bit, as that was a loose ball. It was a illegal procedure on Labette County, so back them up negatively. However, that could have turned out a lot worse.
Yeah, and Labette County, something they're going to have to do tonight is stay in front of the chains, make 6 or 7 yards at least, get themselves in a more manageable spot.
Wyrick turned to maybe talk to Jamal, and the snap hit him in the shoulder. We hadn't seen a mistake like that in some time. They go to Jamal up the gut, runs into some powder blue unis for a gain of nothing. 3rd down and 13 for Labette County on their own 44.
Yep, just a missed block there, just unable to quite get what they're looking for. I want to say it was a trap of some nature there, just unable to quite, find that open grass inside.
3rd and 13 for Labette County at their own 44. 10.5 minutes to play in the opening quarter at Chanute, Kansas. Movement on the offensive front. It's Cole Stevens. He'll settle and block. Wyrick takes the snap, heaves it deep right. He might have a man. He does! Inside the 20, it is caught in the red gloves of Nolan Nash. A red zone drive for Labette County to start the game. Is there a flag to open this game? Deontay Fields returned the opening kickoff to the 45, and then a deep pass play to Nash was called back. Punt for Labette. Good snap, good hold. Not a great punt, but it'll work inside the 40 of Chanute, out of bounds at the 37, and that's where the Blue Comets will set up shop. We talked a little bit about this Blue Comet team that finished the regular season 5-2, 3-0 in league play. Their quarterback is going to be Chris Harding, and their running back is Quentin Harding, with their main wideouts being Elliott Stevenson and Cade Small, who is an interesting matchup. Cade Small, 6 foot tall, 200 pounds, listed as a running back and linebacker, but catches a lot of passes and kind of like a tight end looking set.
Yeah, Chanute has seniors all over the place. It feels like they do every year. Just exceptional talent coming up through the ranks for Chanute. Oh,
Labette County eager to get moving, and Reed and Stevens jump up front. And a couple Blue Comets point in the direction of Labette County's defense in celebration of the successful hard count. So Labette County helping out Chanute here early. 1st down and 5, home team at their own 42 now. The two Hardings are at the 36-yard line. Chris Harding, the quarterback. Quentin Harding, the running back. Chris Harding holds his hands at his chest and takes the snap right there. The run up the middle is ripped to the ground quickly. Loss of 2 back to the 40. In there on the tackle was Roper Whitley.
And I want to say it was Michael Reed in there as well.
Chris Stevens was in there. Caleb McKee shouting out the calls. Chris Stevens was in there on the initial for Labette County.
Yeah, either way, they tried to run a power to the right side there, those pulling guards. They weren't able to close off that backside. And another jump here. Jack, this could not turn out to be like Pittsburgh, where you just give them free yardage like this. You have to make Chanute earn every yard. Can't be coming out here with back-to-back penalties like this.
So that'll make it 2nd down and 2 for Chanute at their own 45. Labette County's defense has been so good the last couple weeks. They're playing for a title on the road. They know they have a chance. Pretty juiced up right now, and we're seeing some overflows from that cup of orange juice here early.
Yet Labette County got to make a statement on this play right here. I know it's 2nd and short. Got to find a way to make it 3rd and find a way to get off the field.
Movement from the front 7 for Labette. 2nd and 2. Chanute's going to pass. Little hook route at midfield is caught. And then 4 Grizzlies bring down, or Matthew Jarman mainly on the tackle across the 45 nearly to the 40. Is that Stevenson on the hook route there at midfield? It was.
Yeah, the baby blue and the white's probably not the best for looking at numbers from up here, but it just taking advantage of that natural space there if that slot guy worked against the safety.
0-0 your score, 8:20 to play 1st quarter. Labette County received to start the game. Here is Chanute on their 1st drive. Harding, left side, hits the gap, hits the sideline, off to the races. One man to beat, and he can't. Labette County brings down Harding inside the 5 to the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, Chanute at the 3.
Yet their left tackle over there did a nice job of holding that end out there and allowing a crease for Harding. That defensive end for the Grizzlies over there on that right side of the defense needs a better job of squeezing that down.
Chanute is known, you know, looking back at some of their highlights, even just to last week or to their game against us last year, they just gash you for huge, huge plays. Under center is Harding, has a few backs to choose from, goes to his brother who pounds it in. Touchdown, Blue Comets. Was that not Harding on the carry?
No, they're not brothers.
Oh, they're not brothers?
They're not related. Same last name, I know, but they're not related.
I would have just assumed. Wow. What are the chances of that? Quarterback and running back, same last name, but they're not related. So 6-0 Chanute with 8 minutes to play in the 1st quarter. Labette County helped out the Blue Comets early with a couple offside penalties, but Chanute gashed them on a big run and then pounded it in. Extra point is up and pure. 7-0 Chanute, 8 minutes, 1st quarter. Labette County will try again in 30 seconds on KLKC.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the 4-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
your score, Chanute in front of Labette County. 8 minutes to play in the 1st quarter. What'd you see on that drive from Chanute and conversely, Labette County, John?
Well, I mean, there wasn't too much to really dive into there. Just a couple miscues for the Grizzlies penalty-wise, and then just didn't squeeze down that left side, and Harding took care of the rest with his speed. Otherwise, I thought Labette County played pretty good. So there's a loose ball here. I believe that's going to be good. That's going to fall on it. Dang, that thing just kind of squirted out there and went a little ways, Jack.
It was either Jamal Jackson or Deontay Fields on the return that time. I couldn't tell from this angle. And the ball squirted out of a pile of 8 players, and Camden Good fell on it, thankfully. That would have been a rough spot for Labette County to be in early on the road in a game where mistakes already need to be held to a minimum. Can't make one like that here early.
Yeah, certainly not. You had a little bit of momentum on your last drive. You're going to have to find a way to recapture some of that.
1st and 10, Labette moving right to left on the AstroTurf. Wyrick takes it, tosses it to Jackson. His heels are at the 20, and he's ripped down around the socks for a loss of a couple yards. 2nd and a dozen for the team in white. That's Labette County. A good traveling fan support for Labette County tonight over there in the more condensed bleacher setup that Chanute has for their visitors.
Yeah, this is a really good play there by Small, that linebacker. They were reading him there. Aaron decided to toss it, which when in doubt, you give it to your best player, Jackson, over there on the toss. And he just does a nice job of tracking Jackson down. Really shows athleticism off out there on the edge.
2nd down and 12, Labette. 7:30 first quarter. Down 7-0 to Chanute here on the road. Beautiful October night, the last October evening Labette County will get to play football in this year. North breeze coming at him. They'll go to Jamal again. He's swallowed. Loss of a couple again, 3rd and 14.
Just aren't finding much success up the middle right now. Got to stick with it, though. Eventually, you know, we saw this a couple weeks ago against Coffeyville. There were times where it looked pretty grim running the ball, and then there's times where it looks pretty good. So you just got to stick with it. But you can't be taking those losses. You got to find a way to stay in front of that chain, in front of the chains to keep moving.
3rd and 14. Labette County had one of these on their last drive. Wyrick pressured, wrapped around the waist, and down number 7 goes. Nearly to the 10-yard line at the 11. The sack takes place, and Labette County is going to be forced to punt it away to Chanute's offense that's oozing at the mouth to get back on the field.
Yeah, Broadwood just gets beat off that right edge over there pretty quickly off the snap. Wyrick, no time to look down the field before he's in the arms of a Comet defender. This, man, not the start Labette County was hoping for.
6:15 first quarter. Labette to punt. Nash at the goal line. Runs up a few yards and punts it away. Better punt this time into a wind. Forces Chanute to back up. It's caught near midfield. To the right side goes Harding.
So
across the 35. Tries to cut it in. A couple flags fly.
3.
Still going is Harding. And he gets inside the 25 as John in the background was
Just counting
the 1 fish, 2 fish, 3 fish.
So you got 1 over there at just past the 40, about the 39. Got 2 down here at about the 21.
Well, I was watching Harding return the punt on the far side of the field by Labette County's water jugs, and down here on Chanute's sideline by the 20-yard line appeared to be a state championship wrestling match between a Labette County Grizzly and a Chanute Blue Comet. 1 player for Labette, 1 player for Chanute, just going at it. Not really in an aggressive manner, just wrestling at the 20. And that's where one of the flags is at. I wondered what was going on down there.
Probably going to be a holding or block in the back, something of that nature.
I believe they already called at least one of them was a hold on Chanute. I thought I saw the white hat point.
Anyway, this one's going to be coming back a decent ways. But yeah, he made a toe, just riding off that sideline, just made a great catch there and just took off using his speed to try to get to the edge. I got kind of worried up here. I didn't think anyone was going to have the good enough angle to make the play
Get
on
the
Harding.
edge.
Yeah.
Unsportsmanlike is the call on Chanute. So there were 3 flags. 1 was a hold on Chanute. 1 was a hold on Labette. They offset, and the 3rd was an unsportsmanlike conduct on Chanute.
Yeah, and they're going to get the ball just about where Harding caught that punt.
Yeah. At their own 47-yard line, the 2 Hardings near the 40. That's Chris Harding, the quarterback, Quentin Harding, the running back. They go jet sweep to Stevenson, the senior. Gets the edge, right side, he's quick. Labette's going to make the play inside the 30 as Stevenson, I thought he stepped out, but no whistle at the 28-yard line. Is that a flag at the 45-yard line? It is. And the white hat looks over at Coach Price, making it seem like this is going to be on Chanute. It's a hold on the Blue Comets, bring them back. 5:40 to go in the first quarter, 7-0 Chanute with a hold on the Blue Comets after the big jet sweep.
Yeah, I want to see this Fields, the corner down here, and Black, who's responsible for that edge over there, just aren't able